Please be advised, if you have not seen the movie that is about to be reviewed in this video, stop this video right now, go and watch the movie and then come back, because there are going to be massive plot spoilers throughout the course of this video. Hey guys, thank you very so much for joining me back in the video vault. We got a very, very good one coming up today. It is the Christmas season, of course. So Christmas and horror, we all know, go hand in hand. So I'm going to bring you some really good recommendations of what to watch over the next couple of days. So 'tis the season for some sleighings, fa la 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 la, cramming toys down 7 neck holes, fa la 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 la, vivisecting motherfucker.
No swearing!
Alright.
Because if you swear, then you won't make the money.
Yes, I know. If I curse, we get demonetized and I don't get the monies. Not that I get any anyway, but what's the point? Anyway, my producer yelling at me. Dang it. Anyway, I'm going to give you a list of 4 movies I strongly recommend you check out. The first one is from 1984. It is the slashing good classic Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, as I always say at the intro to the start of these videos, if you have not seen any of the movies, if you have not seen any of them, pause the video, go and watch them, and then come back, because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Okay, so I will tell you right now the movies that I'm going to be talking about. Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is coming up in 30 seconds. Santa's Sleigh, starring Bill Goldberg, which is a really, really fun time. Trust me on this one. Jack Frost, and one everyone should know and love, Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas. So stop the video, go watch the movies if you haven't seen any of them. Come back when you're done. You're back. You've seen them. Go! Anyway, so Silent Night, Deadly Night, released in 1984. This pretty much is one of the movies alongside 1974's Black Christmas as well, actually. They pretty much said, you know what? When it comes to horror movies, anything's on the cards. Anything is on the table. This movie is an absolute masterpiece. This is so good. If you like, you know, cheesy 80s horror, which is what I grew up with, so it's got a very soft spot in my heart. I love it. It's always so good. So, young Billy and his little baby brother, they go visit their grandpa in a Utah mental health facility. The grandpa's playing like he's catatonic, but until the parents and the doctor are out of the room, he, you know, sort of terrifies the little Billy a bit. It's like, have you been good all year, Billy? Yes, Grandpa. Have you been good for more than just one day? No, Grandpa. Well, if you see Santa Claus, you know what happens? He punishes the bad. So if you see Santa Claus tonight, boy, you better run for your life. And that sort of preempts, I guess, starts off him sort of getting a bit terrified at anything to do with Santa Claus, because when his parents start talking about, oh, we're nearly home, Santa will be there soon, he's like, no, I don't want to see Santa Claus. And unfortunately, he does see Santa Claus, but this is an armed robber dressed up as Santa Claus, who has knocked over a convenience store and is now having car trouble, and decides to carjack the family. And he brutally kills Billy's parents. He brutally kills them. The father is shot in the head while trying to escape in the car, and the mother is assaulted and has her throat slit. All this in front of young Billy Boy. Now, we fast forward a few years. Billy is probably around about 8 years old at this point now. He is in St. Mary's Orphanage, which is run by a group of nuns. And, they do Christmas drawings and everything like that. And because he still has deep-seated memories of what happened to him when he was younger, they start to manifest themselves first in drawings. And, the head nun, Mother Superior, is trying to do anything she can to rid this evil from him. It's just unfortunate that the abuse and beatings that he constantly takes from Mother Superior deeply and very darkly scar his psyche. But flash forward, he is now 18 years old. He's out of the orphanage. He's got himself a job. Everything is hunky-dory, Everything is fine. Until there's always an until. That is until one Christmas Eve, Billy has to dress up as Santa. This is where, of course, all his deep-seated memories and everything start to come to the surface a little bit, and just he goes through the whole photo session fine, no problems. He does say to one kid, Santa punishes the bad, so you better behave or else you'll get punished, and that stops them basically being bad pretty quickly. But then, of course, the night comes to an end. They're having a, sort of a work wrap-up Christmas party, and he sees the girl that he has a crush on get assaulted. And this is where Billy he snaps and goes on a massive killing spree. He starts off by killing the dick, the guy that's assaulting his chick. He then, stabs his chick with a box cutter. The boss then comes in to try to see, just having a snoop. He's drunk, and Billy's seeing that as evil and needs to be punished, so he smacks him in the cranium with the claw end of a hammer. And then the receptionist obviously sees the carnage, tries to escape, but gets shot through the chest with an arrow. Why there is a bow and arrow, a normal bow and arrow in a toy store, I will never know, because we all know bow and arrows are not very unless they've got the suction caps or they're the Nerf ones, are probably not really a good thing to give as a Christmas gift. As we all know, you got it. Just watch Hawkeye. Anything to do with archery, Hunger Games. And of course, Billy goes on a massive killing spree. What is that cat doing? Starts off with perhaps one of the most famous kills, and also cliched kills as well. We got the the babysitter and the boyfriend. The babysitter is looking after somebody's kid while they're at a Christmas party there. They're making out on the pool table, as all teenagers did in 80s horror movies. It's cliched, I know, but it's a good cliche, so who cares? There's a scene where she is trying to fight Billy. She's completely topless, and the other thing, of course, he's spending the whole time is punish, as he picks her up and impales her on a mounted deer head, because everybody has mounted deer heads in their house in 80s horror movies. Again, cliched, who cares? It's a good cliche. What's, Evil Dead 2? That's a great cliche of that. It is hilarious. It's not a Christmas movie, but hey, maybe one day. So yes, of course, the killing spree continues. There's a pair of bullies that steal a sled off of a couple of kids that are just wanting to have some fun and sled, and one guy's standing down the foot of the mountain. Yeah, come on, do it, yeah. Bully Boy comes flying down. Here comes Billy Boy brandishing his axe. And, well, he gets a nice haircut close to the shoulders. If you don't know what I'm talking about. He's decapitated. Then, of course, you know, cheery Bully is like, yeah, it's like, sees what's happening. He's like, oh my god, and he gets done too. I then sort of work out that, okay, Billy is heading towards the orphanage. He's dressed as Santa. And they're trying to think, okay, how can we got to stop him before he, you know, causes chaos at this orphanage because of a lot of his, you know, deep-seated, you know, abuse and trauma and everything else, like I said before. So they pull up, the plucky rookie pulls up, he sees a Santa Claus walking towards the orphanage, and mistakenly thinking it is Billy, puts about 3 bullets in him and kills him. But it is not Billy, it is the Reverend, who is visiting the orphanage dressed up as Santa. Always happens from time to time in these slasher movies, you know it is. Mistaken identity, it happens. And it's probably one of the worse cliches. But anyway, I digress. Billy eventually does turn up at the orphanage, and just as he's about to murder Mother Superior, the head nun that's abused him and everything else, Billy's of course gunned down, and of course he dies right in front of his younger brother. Remember that younger brother who was only a baby at the start? Yeah, you know what happens with time, kids grow up. And so that sort of sinks in on him as well. Now then, of course, his story does carry on in Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which the first 30 to 40 minutes of is just a recap of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I mean, it's all well and good to, like, you know, have recaps of what happened in previous movies, but don't make it half the movie. Don't make it half the movie. Make it like maybe the first 5 minutes, boom, done. Although we do get the, you know, the very, very iconic meme that came around with Garbage Day! So that was pretty cool. And also things that are pretty cool as well. Silent Night, Deadly Night is the inspiration for any of my Ice Nine Kills fans out there. The Silver Scream, Merry Axe Mas. That's inspiration for that. But anyway, look, I recommend. So actually, you know what? I'm recommending all these movies. I think they're so good. They're enjoyable fun. Because remember, this is at the end of the day, movies are supposed to be fun. There are too many people that take movies very, very, very seriously. Yeah, internet forums and fan theories and all this other stuff. It actually kind of ruins the enjoyment of movies for some people who just want to have a good time. They don't pick apart every little thing with a microscope. But hey, which is kind of what I'm doing now with this review / recommendation, so that's kind of moot point. Anyway, coming up next, as I said, we have Santa's Sleigh. This one came out in 2005, and it stars WWE and WCW legend Bill Goldberg. Now, for those of you who want to know what's WCW, for those of you who might be a little bit younger and only grew up with WWE, WCW, or World Championship Wrestling, was a wrestling company that ran from 1988 when it took over Jim Crockett Promotions till 2001 when it was bought by Vince McMahon. We had the infamous Monday Night Wars if you want to check out, and if you want to listen to anything from that period of time. Grey Wolf Entertainment, Reliving the War, focuses solely on the 95 to 2001 WWF, WWE, versus WCW with my buddy Aminazor. You check those out, they are a good listen. Nims, can't wait to have you back on the pod soon. Looking forward to it, got some great ideas. Wanted to add Ned on this, but that didn't happen. But anyway, yes, Santa's Sleigh is one that you can put under the category of is so bad it is good. I am not kidding, it is so bad it is good. The synopsis is Santa was evil. He would be, well, Santa was basically Krampus. He would go around, he would just punish, again, punishing the bad. Actually, he didn't really punish the bad, he just went on massive killing sprees. Kind of like Robot Santa from Futurama. Think of that. He's not one you want to come across. He's not a robot, of course, but you know, evil Santa. He shoves coals on fire up your stocking, you'll be coughing up diamonds. And your mistletoe is no match for his toe missile. Again, if you haven't seen Futurama, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. I'm getting way off point. But anyway, so Santa, of course, is brutal, dissecting, killing, murdering, but also very, very cocky. And one night he placed a bet with an angel that if he could beat him in a competition, which I think was curling, then Santa would have to spend 1,000 years basically being good, you know, distributing presents to good children across the world. And of course, you know, he loses this bet, so he must do that. By the time this movie takes place, 1,000 years is up and Santa is back on his brutalizing, killing ways. The opening scene of this movie is by far one of the freaking best. I absolutely love it. It has got this stuck-up, self-righteous, rich family who are just horrible people. Except for one who proclaims that she's been good, but gets killed anyway. Because, you know, good or bad, Santa don't care. He's just gonna knock you out. The kills in this are absolutely hilarious. One girl faints and gets a spike impaled through her throat. James Gandolfini's character gets a turkey leg shoved down his esophagus. Chris Kattan tries to go one-on-one with Santa, and Santa being Bill Goldberg, that's not going to end well. And he just gets absolutely destroyed. Fran Drescher is the wife. The mother is getting a little bit too handsy-feely with Chris Kattan. She's like, so happy to see Santa, and then, well, she gets her head set on fire with a blowtorch and then drowned in eggnog. So it's a very, very fun movie. These two kids and the boy's grandpa are trying to survive the night, of course, as Santa's just going on his absolute murder spree. It is a fun time. There is a very brutal scene at a strip club where everyone gets killed. The strip guy, he just sets the place alight and locks the door. Traps everyone inside. They all get extra crispy. The town, they all rally together to take out Santa, and they think they have by blowing up his reindeer, but we see at the end of the movie that he's looking like a biker and is headed to Iceland. You know, North Pole, sort of thing. But definitely, Santa's Sleigh, again, so bad. It is good. I cannot recommend this movie enough. I watch it every Christmas time. Me and my buddy Ned, we get together and we watch it, and it is so good. Next up, we have Jack Frost, and no, not that Jack Frost, not the feel-good Jack Frost with Michael Keaton. No. That Jack Frost. Yes, that Jack Frost, the murderous killer snowman. Oh my god, dude. I was watching this again for the first time in a while, actually, the other night. April was in the room with me. She just wasn't paying much attention to what was going on. Didn't matter. I was enjoying it. It's fun. This is one of Shannon Elizabeth's very first movies. Most 98% of us will probably know Shannon Elizabeth as Nadia from American Pie. And there goes a cat. Anyway, so it starts off. Jack Frost is being transported to his place of execution after he is caught by an up-and-coming sheriff for brutal murders that he committed throughout a course of time. Of course, things they go wrong. They always go horribly wrong, as they do when transporting someone to an execution. Crashes happen. This one just happened to be a crash with a waste truck from a genetics research company. And so Jack, he's thinking he's gotten away. He all of a sudden notices that the waste hatch on this truck is about to explode. We get the camera zooming in, and of course we get that this is gonna hurt. He obviously gets sprayed with these toxic chemicals and he is disintegrated. But his DNA alters from the radioactive waste, with the snow transforming him into the killer snowman. Far-fetched, I know, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. Again, put it in the category of so bad, it is good. We have a string of very, very strange killings that they can't quite figure out. A couple of shady FBI guys with the notion of, well, we'll let you we'll tell you when you need to know, and right now you don't need to know. Kind of thing. They're trying to keep it all on the down low. One, of course, is getting super excited. Wow, this experimentation actually works. Too bad it's with a deranged serial killer, as it always happens in these sorts of movies. But they're still trying to figure out how these people are mysteriously dying. Like, there's no footprints, nothing, just little puddles of water, but then eventually it gets so bad that the FBI agent confesses, look, as Jack Frost, something happened to him, and now he is now a mutant killer snowman, and he can change form at will. So it's the whole idea of, holy crap, how are we going to stop him? How are they going to stop him? We'll get to that in a second, because there are some really, really creative kills in this movie, and a lot of witty one-liners. He hunts down one of the kids who, in panic mode, is like, who are you? Like, you know, is it always doing it, you know, in horror movies when you're trying to when you're confronted by the killer, and it's like, who are you? And delivers the greatest line of, well, it ain't Frosty, you know, Frosty the Snowman, the jolly happy soul. Yeah, this one's not a jolly happy soul. This one's gonna want to vivisect you. And of course we have, you know, instead of the shower kill cliche, we have the bath kill cliche. Jack, of course, being able to transform himself into water, sneaks into the bathroom where Shannon Elizabeth's character is having a warm bath, and he turns into his snowman self, gets her, and just pummels her against the wall repeatedly until her neck just breaks. Drops her on the floor, and yeah, she's done for. Again, some more corny one-liners in this movie. Again, so bad it's good. They eventually find out that, you know, the only thing that's probably really going to hurt him really, really badly is antifreeze. Oh, antifreeze. Oh my god. So they fill up the back of this pickup truck with the antifreeze. The sheriff lures Jack into a trap. It's a trap! And spears him through a window into the antifreeze. Jack, of course, melts. And they just bottle it all up and bury it. And that is the end of Jack Frost. We see the last shot is the bottles of antifreeze, and they start to bubble. Now, there is Jack Frost 2, which came out a couple of years later. That one's more of a... I have no idea what that cat is doing, but it keeps knocking over my figures. Yeah, that's, again, it's cheesy, it's funny, it's good. And lastly, 1993, Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas. What can I say that has not been said about this absolute masterpiece? Actually, you know what? That's it. That's all I can say. It's an absolute masterpiece. It is one of the most fun, most enjoyable, most memorable stop motion animation movies that came out, I think, before Corpse Bride in 2005. This is very simple. The legendary Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, the premier guy of Halloween Town, is getting sick of the same old thing year after year. It's causing him to get into some kind of funk. So after a Halloween, very successful again Halloween, he's feeling down, he's feeling depressed. He goes just wandering aimlessly and ends up being dragged into Christmas Town. And then everything changes. Like, what's this? What's this? There's magic in the air. What's this? Yeah, I'm not going to sing the song. I'm not going to. But you know where I'm going. He feels this rejuvenation, like, wow, this is something new. This is exciting. We can do this. This must be mine. What's this? And so he decides, you know what? This year, we are doing Christmas. And oh boy, does everything go wrong spectacularly. Yes. Oh, this is such a fun movie. So they do try to do Christmas. They kidnap Sandy Claus. And they make, toys and box up snakes and have fanged rubber motorized ducks with bullet holes that attack. All these other weird, scary, fun things. It's just crazy. It's fun. It's great. Jack, of course, does learn the lesson of, even though something might be a good idea, probably don't do it. Just don't do it. But of course, he does fix up everything, and everyone has a very memorable Christmas. And even the folks of Halloween Town get a visit from Santa and presents. It is such a fun movie to watch with your family. Now, I will recommend you watch, if you have children, make sure they are over 8, because I do believe some of the scenes in this movie will scare younger kiddies. So we don't want to get that. But yeah, there are some of my recommendations for the slashing Christmas season. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video. I will have the playlist to all my other videos up here somewhere. That's better. You can see everything now without the microphone blocking half the screen. Ah dear, technical things, I'll tell you what. But anyway, yeah, heaps of good movies to come up on the vault this time around. Plenty of bad movies as well. Maybe I'll throw in a couple of TV series. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, links to all the socials and everything will be down in the description box below. Please make sure you hit subscribe. You hit that notification cowbell. That's all going to be said in the tail anyway. I will see you next time. Thank you very much again. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a nice day. Whatever. Bye. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. If you like what you see, click that subscribe button. Make sure you dangle that notification cowbell. You can hit me up on all of my social medias, which will be down in the description box below. And I shall see you all next time around.